Hello and welcome back to What's Bubbling in ZIM. I'm Dr. Abstract, and in this bubbling we're going to continue to take a look at what's new in ZIM 019. Let's go to the ZIM site now at zimjs.com. We've done an overview bubbling about what's new, and in this bubbling we're going to specifically look at the cheat sheet. But if you want an overview, go check out that bubbling, and then we'll do bubblings on each of these. So here we are with the cheat sheet. And what this does is it provides a way for people to explore different aspects of ZIM nice and quick with some code there that they can hit the copy on. So these are the different types of frames. Then we go into the display, and as we go we're also introducing features like ZIM Duo, how we can do our parameters the normal way or as a configuration object. So this cheat sheet will also help people with some of the ZIM features such as the ZIM V values, the ZIM Duo style, etc. will all be kind of explained in the code here as well. Now you can copy this, and the idea is you can go out to the editor then, and we'll clear this, and paste, and there it is, the circle, and we do a test, and then it shows how we've got our circles there. Okay, so it's kind of in conjunction with the editor. We did consider making it so that you could paste right to the editor, but people have things going on in the editor, and then you arrive here and do we overwrite whatever they're going on in the editor. So we'll just, for now, we're just doing the paste. But what we plan on doing is putting each of these code examples into an editor zap, and then have a button probably next to the copy or next to the docs or something saying editor. And when we hit that, it will then go to the zap for the editor. So then it would open it up and show you what's going on in that and have the code here. And anytime you're in the editor, you can copy the code over from here into our content. And that way you decide whether you want to overwrite with that code or not. And that all works out. Anyway, back to the cheat sheet. We are showing registration points there and pics and odd videos. So this is our display stuff, but for more, you got all this stuff as well. Where we're at here is there's multi-flare, for instance, and then we hit go. Right now we haven't completed that. So we've completed everything that's visible, which is about 100 things, by the way. We completed the code for about 100 of these things. But there's actually more to do where we're going to come in and finish off code examples for those as well. Nice, huh? And here are methods where we're starting on how to add things with centering, loking, posing. Then we have registration, or the poses in the different sides. We have registration point information, transformations, rotation, scale, skewing. In here we have interactions, so our events, how to move things through dragging, gestures, motion controllers, transforms. We can drag from list to list too. Animate, hit tests, different types of hit tests. So you go in here and it will tell you the different type of hit tests like that. And you can scroll on down and see that there's more as well. Yeah, at any point you can hit the docs and that will pop up the docs for that. So here is the docs for the hit test circle, for instance. Is that nice? Over here on the left we've got more, and the more is primarily our controls section, which has effects and tiles, things that operate on existing ZIM objects. But there's also the wrap and code sections as well. There's the helper modules is in here, so a few extra things in this. But the controls also has a big setup here that again aren't quite finished. So the motion controller, if we hit go, we do have motion controller because I think it was somewhere in here. But anyway, we didn't do all of those. We just happened to have done the motion controller. Oh, it's here. Motion controller. There we go. So when you press these, there's stuff on gesture. Here's stuff on motion controller. And if I press on over here, there's stuff on beads. But these guys generally don't have hit pixel. And that's coming soon. Okay. So isn't that nice to see them all laid out in their little their little screenshots of them? It's fun to do. It took a long time. We were nearly done. We were all ready. We had all this other stuff to launch for ZIM. all trying to get it done before the holidays. We had a big event as well. I had a big, I do these dances, and so that was all at the same time, basically launched at the same day. And I got stuck doing this cheat sheet. It was like, oh my God, I'm rebuilding the docs. This is insane. So it took like a week to get all these things in here, but I think that will be quite nice for people. So along the top, you have various links. We're also going to, we plan on doing a cheat sheet for kids as well. It'll be roughly this same cheat sheet. Instead of the docs, it goes to spells, but also different set of links up at the top. We try and keep the kids as much as possible in their ZIM Kids thing rather than sending them all over the place. But there's a few features that they'll enjoy, like emoji picker and that kind of stuff. So we'll get those in place at some point. It was interesting how we made this. You might be interested. We started off by putting all of this stuff live on here, and it got a bit boggy on mobile. It was fine on my desktop, it just worked fine, but on mobile it was like, oh, okay. So we then realized we don't really need them to be active. We added a few, like a second picture here, but basically now we've just converted them to be a picture. And then we used hotspots to, and I mean, that works so well, so easy to just, what we did is put a rectangle on here and just placed our rectangle where we wanted the hotspots. One corner, top left corner of the rectangle, that's gets an X and Y and put in the place if you use place. And then we drag the rectangle to the bottom part where we want it and got those two things and just added them to a hotspot. And we connected all of this stuff up with hotspots in behind. Hotspots, I don't know if you remember, they're sort of like an image map. Back in HTML, we used to have this thing called an image map. They, believe it or not, never got the image map to work on mobile, so it kind of got put away. We don't use image maps anymore because they don't work on mobile. Pretty hilarious if you think about it. But it was a way to provide sections of pictures that would be that you could link, click on, for instance. So that's what hotspots are. And so we've got those in. And mind you, these things, anything that's kind of rollover interactive, these buttons and stuff like that, are live on the page and the lists. We also had initially, instead of doing this, we put them all in a list here and a list here. And then we got thinking that they look so neat when you actually see them. We already have a list, and that list is the docs. So we kind of felt like we were just remaking the docs by providing a bunch of lists here. And okay, why are we doing that? But it is different when we can see them. So this really introduces people to, sometimes I open this up and it doesn't look like much, but there's 64 things here, or something like that anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 60. There's 60 things here. And it's kind of neat to be able to see what they all look like. So I think that's a good way to help people come in and find out about the selector, which is actually what we're using here. So now we've got a selector going on this one big picture. And same with over here, another selector going on this big picture. Neat, huh? Mind you, our grid is interactive, and these little guys are interactive, but in general, this is all a picture. Okay, that was a bubbling on the cheat sheet. Let me show you where you can find the cheat sheet. And that would be back here in ZIM. It's here, obviously, in the new features, the cheat sheet. It's also on the main page under the Start. So if we scroll down, this used to say Editor, and it was, hey, start with our editor. But now it says Start, and we can start with the editor and also check out the cheat sheet to see all of the things that are available in ZIM. We do have the 10 banners as well, and that's a kind of a neat way to see things. UI, UX was how we had previously showed some of those things. Like there's one of the components. This was about the largest collection of components that we showed, but this was ages ago. This was like ZIM 3 or something, or try. So that's quite some time ago, and we've since added many components, and we never really had a picture of all those components all in one place. So now we do. Yay! That's the cheat sheet. So where else can we find the cheat sheet? It's, I guess the main one would be just down there, but in the devs, we've also added a link to the cheat sheet here. And back on probably in Learn or Tools, I don't know. Under Examples, it's under Collections. There's the cheat sheet right here. It's a collection of kind of all of our stuff right on one page. So there should be the cheat sheets. All right, I am Dr. Abstract, and this fellow here, I'm Dr. Abstract. This has been a What's Bubbling at ZIM. And have a good day or night, and we're going to see you back for some more bubblings coming up. Cheers. You're always welcome to come into the forum and say hi and tell us what you like or ask any questions you have.